It's been beat individual games, but it hasn't been beat like that before. So that was disgusting.
Yeah, I mean, when you just have the nuts draw, you have the nuts draw, right? There's nothing you can do about it. I mean, the first game was just the nuts draw. The second game was kind of close. We just bricked a few turns in a row.
Yep.
Well, like, yeah, the first game we didn't have a chance. First game, it didn't matter what we drew. He just had the nuts. So.
Yep. Yep. It was pretty bad news. So I've got a game night tomorrow with my wife's fellow faculty members have invited us over to their place to play board games. Now I have no idea what these board games are going to be, and I have no idea how seriously they take their gaming. I think this is fine on the draw. A little slow maybe. We got a Death Bloom and a Offering.
Yeah, this is probably fine on the draw. Like if we hit one land, we're pretty happy. Like we've got some stuff we can do.
Yeah, her first days this week, random guys somewhere, are Friday, Saturday, which is obnoxious. Opponent mulled one.
And it's not a terrible draw if we hit a land, but it's pretty bad if we don't.
Yeah, it's definitely a dead card if we don't. But we have three draws at a land. It's pretty likely 85% or so. I'm probably vicious offering the fucking unicorn. I don't really want to.
We can do it on the attack step. Like he might try to dub it or something ahead of time.
Yeah.
And if we do it on the attack step before it's declared as an attacker, we can't run amok it. So, and we can't hexproof that. I mean, we might as well just kill his horse now.
Yeah, I agree 100%.
Doing it either way. So.
Yeah, I don't want to take 1 million damage from the unicorn. I don't want him gaining 1 million life.
Yeah.
The game. This is hilarious. 85% chance again. Like, how many 85% chances do I lose in a day? Like, 20?
All of them is the answer. Every single one that you ever take.
Like, I mulliganed last night playing paper games. Out of 7 games, I mulliganed 3 times.
All right, guess we're dead. I think we have to discard the Windgrace Acolyte or the Gift of Growth, one or the other. Probably Gift of Growth.
I was thinking Gift.
Mana to cast it.
Yeah.
The Windgrace might bring us back into the game with that extra life.
We're never gonna be able to block again with the fucking Courser out.
No, we need to just.
Opponent's at 0 cards. We just haven't drawn any fucking cards. Any land.
We need to just drop planes this turn.
Any land. Okay, so it's got to be white mana from Grow the Ashes this turn. Maybe not. We could play Thallid to block the Raider, and then next, but the Raider's gonna jump.
It only blocks 2. It only blocks the Knight of Grace with the token because he jumps the Raider with the Courser.
No, it's got to be planes.
Yeah, we have to just get land. Start like killing his creatures with our exiles, and hope that it isn't enough damage to just kill us.
Yeah. But we're super low now. We're taking 7.
I mean, if we hit a land next turn, it's not that bad. We get to kill his 4/3 and then play a Shepherd.
Yeah, if we can get a land, we're okay. But I mean, that's been the problem all fucking day.
Sarlacc total? No, we're just dead. There's no series of cards we can play that we're not dead right there.
All right, fantastic. That's exciting.
I mean, that's just us missing a bricking on our land 3 turns in a row, right?
Yep.
So.
And I'm sure the YouTube comments will be like, "You should have mulliganed that, Filthy." No, odds are I shouldn't have mulliganed that. But
no, it's like, yeah, exactly. Like it's. Statistically, when you're on the draw, keeping a 2-lander with a bunch of 3s and 2s that you can cast is generally right. And sometimes you just fail, right? Like sometimes you just brick.
Yeah, this is
that doesn't mean it was wrong to keep that hand. It just means that you fucking got unlucky, right?
Yeah.
Most of the time, that hand is really, really good. So.
And most of the time, it counters exactly what he did too. We're going. This is not keepable though.
Oh, that's garbage.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people who are newer at Magic's underestimate how big being on the play or on the draws and getting that 1 extra card. We have to keep this.
Oh, it's absolutely keepable. It's great.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect.
Yeah. We got draw to make up for our mulligan and hit other cards. We got 2s and 3s.
We've got a 2, a 3, and a 4 and a 5 in our hand. So yeah.
MTGA doesn't follow linear probability for starting hands and mulligans like paper magic does. You need to explain what you mean of that, because that doesn't mean anything to me when you say that.
But when he says that, he means the shuffler's not truly random.
But it's close enough that it makes no fucking difference.
Yeah, I mean, it's close enough that it makes no difference, but it's not truly random.
But if it makes no difference, if there's no difference that we can perceive, like that all things are essentially equal for us on that, it doesn't change your plays at all. Like if it's, like, I don't know what that means. Give me something that has meaningful impact on how I play the game. If you want to put a comment in chat like that, because it doesn't mean anything.
I mean, assuming that it's using the same algorithm as Moto, I don't actually know if Magic Arena does or not.
I think this is Gift of Growth turn. Let's see. What does it go up to? 4? We go up to 4. 4 still kills us. That's not. Oh, but we kick it.
No, we've got kicker. So I mean, we can attack with our 2/2 here, and we can. I mean,
no,
there's no reason not to attack with the 2/2 because it untaps the Gift of Growth.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. You're absolutely right.
We just missed 2 damage, and maybe he wanted to trade the Macy Unicorn, and now he's not going to attack with it at all. So we just
well, this is a dark bargain. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we were doing this either way. We just missed 2 damage. Hopefully, it doesn't bite us in the ass.
It's not you can't say anything if you don't play MTG. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying if you want to. This is like, okay. I had a YouTube comment the other day, right? This is a perfect example of this. I think I'd like a plains.
I would like the land and one of the lands in the COI. Yeah. Probably the forest. Actually, probably the swamp.
Hold on a second. So this is the Untamed Kabu.
Yeah, for sure.
Could threat. I could attack with the sap. I could attack with everything here and try to kill the Corsair with a block.
Yeah, that's not terrible. We can attack first.
Want to do everything here?
Yeah, sure. I mean, he probably doesn't block, but...
We can't handle the fucking Corsair is the issue. I don't think I'm wasting a turn to kill the Pegasus.
It's actually not the worst thing in the world, like, because it prevents him... we're never going to get the Corsair with the Gift of Growth.
Right, that's what I'm saying, though. I think I'd rather... I mean, he's getting 2... I guess he gets 2 life. He gets 4 life a turn from that.
Yeah, it's a lot of life, actually. I think we do kill it.
Yeah, it's kind of annoying.
It's kind of annoying.
Might as well kick it, too, right?
Yeah, no, there's no point in kicking it. Well, yeah, we might as well.
There's nothing else I'm playing in my hand.
No, in case he has the +1/+0 first strike, we might as well kick it. If we're not playing anything else, and bluffing doesn't really help us here.
Sorry, so what I wanted to say to chat about this is I had a YouTube comment the other day that was like, Filthy, when are you going to learn not to keep 2 land hands on the draw? And that was the totality of his comment. And it was something in there, like, it was a little nastier than that. There was some trick of the language, you know, not a trick. I mean, it was just some way he put the intonation of that to be a little bit more accusatory, a little bit more, you know, basically saying, you fucked up. I think I might take the damage to get the Kabu out and next turn settle the score on the Corsair.
I 100% agree with that.
So let's get this down.
We might not even do the Corsair. We might just kill his whatever he's got the thing equipped to if it's holding back the block, because we get 1 billion damage in that way.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't get first strike on but I see what you mean with all the other guys.
Yeah. It's only on attack, right? So like if he doesn't attack with the if he attacks with the Chronicler, we may just remove his blocker to deal 1 million to him.
Yeah. Let me just finish the story. Well, I'll try to summarize this relatively quickly. But the comment in of itself is whatever. Okay, it's, you know, it's a nasty comment on YouTube, so be it. It's not even meant nastily. It's just the way he phrases it is essentially telling me I'm incompetent at the game. But the problem with me for that comment is that the burden of proof is actually on him. He's criticizing me, telling me that I've done something wrong. And he really needs to back that statement up with something. He needs to tell me, he needs to be able to say how I've done something wrong. Like, if you're saying the play you've made is bad, tell me the better play. If you're saying that's statistically a bad play because on average these are the results, walk me through that sequence. If you just criticize something outright, it doesn't mean anything. You haven't told me anything. And then, of course, the burden comes back to me to show him why he's wrong. And I've got numbers to do that. And when the spreadsheet's a little bit better, I can just link him to the spreadsheet and be like, look, when I mulligan, I lose 50% of the time. When I don't mulligan, I'm winning 75% of the time. If I have an 85% chance to fucking get my land in those turns and I'm fine, and then I have like a 90% chance to get it even 1 turn later and I'm still fine, that means the cost of mulliganing there is really, really high. And I know that it's going to support this because there's better players out there playing Magic much longer than me who are basically telling me this sequence already, which is don't throw away decent hands with 2 lands on the draw that you only need 3 lands to activate because that's good enough. But I don't have that data to back it up right now. And somehow the burden of proof seems to be falling on me because of the way that YouTube comments work. And that's a little bit annoying. So the same when you say this about the Magic stuff, when you say about the arena stuff, you're telling me it's not random. Tell me how it's not random and tell me how that's meaningful for me before I have to do something about it.
Well,
all right. What do you want in here?
I'm trying to figure out what the fuck he has in his hand.
I think Spider.
I'm just trying to think. Like, if it's seal away, it doesn't matter, right?
He can't seal away the Kabu.
Right. I think we just attack with that in this chapter.
Yeah,
right?
I agree.
Like, I don't think that there's a pump spell that actually we give a shit about at all.
The hell is that?
Gideon's approach. I mean, that's not even terrible.
It's fine.
It's still a 2-for-1 for us. And then we just play the spider.
Yeah. Problem with spiders, you won't attack with the unicorn anymore. The courser. That's fine.
It's not attacking with anything anymore, so we're pretty happy with that, right? And we can just exile. Oh,
top deck, Blessed Light. Sure. That's okay.
That must be nice.
I don't feel threatened by him yet. Like, I'm just gonna remove the courser.
No, we're just gonna remove the courser, but it's still fucking obnoxious.
I'm not even sure I am. Am I just taking more damage and getting the Guardian down? Is it too low?
No, that's too low. We can't go to 3. That's like burn range.
This is slow as fuck though right now. If we Guardians, if our whole turn is settle the score, hit for 4.
Well, we're not hitting for 4. We would hit. Yeah, we would hit. Oh yeah, we would hit for 4.
Yeah, it would leave the. Yeah.
Yeah, I counted wrong. I thought we had 2 saps, not 3. I mean, I think it's still just fine. Like, he's still in top deck mode, right?
Yeah, I guess it's just really fucking slow. All right.
Yeah,
I mean, I agree that we're low on health here, so taking another 4 seems pretty bad.
It's pretty greedy, and it doesn't actually speed up our kill at all if he doesn't attack with the Chronicler. Right, because he's taking 4 this turn, going to 9, and this turn instead of that he would have.
Well, it's not actually if he attacks; it's if he blocks here. That's the issue, right? Are we just rushing by it?
That's what I'm saying. Like if he doesn't attack here because he's so low. Yeah. See, now we're in the money, dude.
Oh, are we pushing for 3 here? I don't think we are. I think we're just summoning the dude, dropping a land.
We're either summoning the dude or we're memorial to falling back our Kavu. Right.
I think the 4/4 is good enough right now. Let's get the hand out before we do that. So Reno will give you the hand that has the better land to spell ratio out of 2 generated hands as an appropriate number of lands in relation to the number of lands in your deck.
That's not the way Moto worked.
I'd be curious to see that. So that's a 5/3 trampler now, but does not first strike. All right. Oh, it does first strike with the fucking wand.
No, not on defense.
Right, only on offense for sure. You know, it'd be really nice to be seal away right now. That's a very good top deck for him, like an insanely good top deck for him. Just a second. I would love to see the graph, CCAT, if you can provide that. You won't be able to link it immediately, but when you get ready to link it, let one of my mods know. They can permit you. All right, I'm thinking it's probably just Acolyte. He's probably swing with the Colo, see what he does.
Yeah. No, I like the Acolyte line. Like, that puts us pretty far out of kill range. Like,
yep.
Because we can chump block with a couple Saprolings or something.
Yep.
Like he can't just sit here and take damage from the Guardians infinitely, right? Like he can only do that for like 1 more turn.
He looks like he's chumping too.
He might just be trading 1-for-1.
I'm pretty happy with the 1-for-1 here. We got a lot of gas left in the tank, and he is on top deck.
Yeah.
That's great.
And we're super happy with that.
Yeah, it makes my life really easy.
It does.
I think it's still Windgrace here. This actually
it's
makes our better Memorial to Folly too.
Yeah, we might hit something really
Thorn
good.
Elemental or Orgros. Both are good.
Thorn Elemental looks like... Oh, we can't cast it.
Well, let's see what our land is like next turn.
Yeah, he's just conceding. He knows we've got the Memorial to Folly in play.
Yeah. That was still fairly close.
I mean, we stabilized, right? That was what we were trying to do.
Yep. So... And that was a mulligan on us, so... But we did go first that time, which helps a lot for that.
Yeah, we were on the draw that game, so that helped a lot.
Yep. Oh no, we weren't. We were on the play that game.
Were we? I thought we were on the draw.
Didn't we lose game 1 to him?
I thought we kept a 2-lander on the draw there, or maybe that was the last. I don't know. I'm still waking up.
Yeah, I'm also unsure what the fuck. Because that conversation was a weird one because we had a long conversation about it.
Yeah, we talked about like actual things for a minute there. I think.
Yep. I think this is fine as is. I'm not sure a second gift of growth is particular. I mean, the only things I think about with decks that fast is potentially cutting mid-range shit.
I mean, if he's playing the +1/+1 or the 1/1 trample guy that gets bigger from ores and equipment, I could see a merit in bringing in the Invoke the Divine for some extra health and an artifact destruction.
Yeah, you want both.
The odds are he's got some targets for that. I don't know if it's enough targets for 2 disenchant effects.
I like the healing disenchant seems good, especially versus the artifact. I think 1/3 is fine versus. Actually, do we see any creatures with 2 power?
No, we just saw 1/3s in the Knight of Grace, which is a first strikey guy, right? So
I don't really want to cut anything is the issue. Maybe 1 Dark Bargain. It's just such a good card for us when we brick on land.
Really want to cut Dark Bargain.
Let's just go with 41.
We need to go to 41, or we can cut the Llanowar Scout.
There's the links. Oh, thank you. See, like that when you talk about, okay, that's quasi-actional. At least you provided like. You may not have provided a summary of the criticism, but you've at least provided me the information so I can go to have like review your criticism of that thought process. But anyways, this looks totally fine to me. We got 3 lands, 2 creatures.
Yeah. Yep. 3. We have we're on the draw too. So the odds of us hitting that Mammoth Spider on 5 are pretty high.
I don't know about getting 2 by 5, but I think certainly by 5 or 6, I think it's starting to get pretty decent. There's that Knight of Grace. It's pretty good versus us, unfortunately.
Yeah, Plains would have been a great draw there.
Yeah, it would have been an amazing fucking draw there.
It's gonna do a lot of damage to us, probably.
Gonna do all the damage to us.
Yeah, at least he's stuck on 2. That's something.
Yeah, I think this is just Thallid still, even though it's black permanent.
Yeah, it's Thallid, so we're playing the Thallid so we can block the Benlesh Honor Guard if he attacks with it.
Well, is it Thallid or is it Envoy? Envoy trades with the Honor Guard and doesn't make us take 2 more. And we're blocking either way.
It's only 1 more.
Yeah, 1 more, sorry.
I think we'd rather just get down the Thallid so we can get the Sapling going.
I guess the Sapling's green, so it's only 1 turn up.
And potentially we want to save the Envoy to activate the Seal Away if we draw another Force or something instead of a Plains.
That's a fair point.
That's fine, we just take 3.
It's weird he doesn't want to trade the Benalish Honor Guard for that. I'm gonna...
I just like casting Envoy here, because if he's still just doing nothing next turn, we can just seal away his Knight of Grace.
Do you want to swing with the Thallid?
I don't know. We just want to hold it to block the Honor Guard, because we don't want to trade the Envoy. We want to use it to activate
the other play I kind of liked was attacking with the Thallid and playing the Migration as 2/2s and trading the 2/2s with the Honor Guard so we could get 3 damage in. It was less mana efficient, but...
That's the other line, but we're stuck on mana here too, so I really like just getting his Knight of Grace off the board. That thing's going to deal 1 million damage to us. Oh,
you want to dual block the Knight of Grace with 3 mana open?
I would not do that. I would just
seal I see.
away it on our next
Yeah.
I would just seal away it on our main phase, right?
Oh, I see. You're talking to get the mana for next turn because we wouldn't have the guy in play. Sorry, we're never going to have mana in play again, so it's irrelevant.
You could put a 1/3 of the Sapling Migration here.
I like the 1/3 more.
Yeah, I think the 1/3 is probably fine. I mean, he also didn't attack that turn because we played the Envoy anyway, which is pretty sweet, right?
I don't understand that. Because he didn't want to trade and doesn't have a combat trick is what that is. Holy shit.
Yes, let's get that Plains.
Yeah, but like, the amount of bricking we're doing here is unreal.
It's just back and forth do-nothings, right?
Yeah.
Alright. Once we get to 5, we're in the money.
He just hit his. This is double land screws for people. It's hilarious. Okay. What makes 40 decks optimal? It's because it reduces the variance in your draws. The smaller your deck, that's great. We're going to 2-for-1 that. The smaller your deck, the more often you draw the cards you want to draw, and cards are not equal power level. So if you build a deck with higher power level cards, the smaller the deck, more often you draw the better cards. So I'm just taking that.
Yeah, we're taking 5 points of damage to it, but we get to 2 for 1 of them, and it takes his whole turn, which is pretty sweet.
Yep. Of course we draw the land this turn, so it's our entire fucking turn to respond.
Right. So
I'm swinging with these two.
Sapling migration.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like swinging with the 2/3/2s here.
I want to do that first too. Nothing untaps is pure white, right?
No. I would probably just make the 2/1/1s here because we have enough to be doing for the next million turns.
Yep, I'm fine with that as well. All right.
Feels good.
Does feel good. Too low on cards. Oh, there's no. Your 40 is the minimum allowed, presumably, because if you start getting too much lower, you start hitting these combos too often. I don't actually know that for a fact. There might be some reasons. Sometimes when you're worried about mill, but 99% of the time it's not that.
No, yeah, 40 is the minimum, and the reason that the number is 40 minimum and limited is just because they don't want the variance to be so low that you draw your best card every turn. Like, if you could make like a 15 card deck that would win every game, right?
This kind of screws us for mana. I'm gonna just play the Yugoros as the biggest threat here.
Yeah.
So you only attack with one fucking per turn. So.
Yeah, just play the Yugoros. You might as well just play the Yugoros and just attack with the Yugoros in the air and start making him discard cards unless he has the answer, right?
Yep. Cheers there, Venom. If I get enough interest on my channel, I will be happy to do some guide videos for MTG. I think I can cover some of the basics now fairly comfortably. And sure, exile effect removal feels bad.
I mean, he's got it, right? Like, hopefully we just draw land so we can play our vampire.
Yep. We have a lot of threads.
Acolyte.
Yep, me too. Perhaps we could get a... Oh, we don't have any creature big enough to swing on him. I was going to say we get a swing into, but nope.
No, yeah, we don't have anything big enough to swing.
Not so bad. I would have preferred not to mill the Dark Bargain, but it's fine. We milled our second Grow to Ashes too? No, we didn't. That's just our graveyard. Right. I have a feeling I'm going to be playing a lot of this on channel, guys. I'm very addicted to it right now. It's a very obnoxious one.
At least he's not in green.
Dark Bargain is looking real
so, like,
good.
if we hit land, we're doing pretty... Or if we need to hit...
We don't need to hit anything.
We need to double activate Khazarov 10. Or we need to draw our mountain and have 9.
Yeah. It's actually fine. I mean, we're just going to drop Spider. Even if we don't get land right now, we drop Spider.
Yeah, I mean, we're just dropping Spider.
We could just fucking kill Shaylai. You want to drop Spider and then leave it for a turn and then... Because, no, we want a Vicious Offering this turn because we don't want to let him enchant that.
Yeah, I think we just kick the Vicious Offering and attack for 3 in the air with the 1 Grace Acolyte this turn.
You don't want to try to get greedy and see if we can pull value out of it. He's running enchants. We've seen a couple.
No, because there's enough cards that give his creature +2/+2 and white. Like, just main phase like Indomitable Will,
Yeah.
but I don't want to get blown out by it.
Alright, I can get behind that. It's a very safe play to do this on main phase.
Like, if he's going to enchant something too, it's probably going to be one of the hexproof creatures like the 2/4. Like, yeah, it would be nice to 2-for-1 him, but I don't think we need to get greedy, and the odds of us getting blown out go up significantly if we let him untap, so...
Yeah. The other problem with it, well, anyways, yeah. Too bad we need one more mana, could have done both that and the Spider.
Yeah, we don't have enough to do both, unfortunately. I mean, we wouldn't have gotten in for 3 either if we cast the Spider.
Yes, that's true. The defensive play did not get in, or that play was much more passive, but, you know, it's trying to be a value play as opposed to a tempo play.
I don't think we need to worry about that. You've got some pretty solid creatures in our hand, and we've got a Memorial to Fallen play. I think we win the long game here. Okay.
Seems a weird attack.
Yeah, this is a real weird attack.
How do you feel about Scout plus token?
That's like what I would block with. I like keeping the Thallid for the 4/3 because we want the Envoy to activate our Khazarov. So yeah, I would just block with the Scout and the token.
The Envoy to activate our Khaz. Yeah. Yep. All right. I'm gonna block Thallid into Honor Guard, and I'm gonna block Scout plus 1/1 into Unicorn.
Yep, seems good. Okay, he's scared of us having an overrun effect, I guess.
Yeah, weird.
Which is really weird considering he's got the Barret on the table.
You know, land. That's a thing I hear.
Alright, so we just attack with the Acolyte and play the Spider.
Yep. We're gonna tap out anyways, doesn't really matter here.
I don't even mind drawing the Invoke the Divine here.
No, it's protection versus a lot of nasty shit you could play. Raiders for days.
You can play as many of those as you want. They don't really do anything against us. Discarding creatures. That's so aggressive.
Do you think he has a big like kicker dragon or something in his hand?
I mean, maybe.
You know, lands. Hey, no problem.
Play it, right?
Yep,
So we
it's
can
playable.
play that and attack with the Acolyte, so that's what we're doing.
Oh, absolutely, but still, we've been sitting on 2 bombs for the better part of our life.
I mean, that guy's pretty bomby. 5/5 for 5 is really good. So
It's only okay on this board though.
I mean, on this board, it's not great, but I mean, like it
is playable every single time.
Creatures.
Yep, but I mean, if we played the vampire, he's dead. He's dead next turn. As opposed to this guy where he's still dead in 3.
Yeah, I mean, the Thorn Elemental and the Vampire threaten lethal next turn, but it's whatever. It's not a huge deal. We're still doing fine. Okay, we don't give a shit about that at all.
Gives us 4 life. What are you talking about? I care about it a lot. It's very helpful.
No, I mean, like, he can't attack with that. Like, we just block with Spider and Kavu and don't care at all.
Well, unless he's got overrun or not overrun, enchantment effects like. No, that's a defensive measure. Yeah.
Just making his creature bigger, yeah.
Can't play that and attack. I say.
It's probably just Thorn Elemental.
Really? I think it's probably just the vampire.
Why would it just be the vampire?
So what's the advantage of Thorn Elemental?
Thorn Elemental, we only have to pay 1 mana to kill him next turn, and we still get 3 damage. I mean,
yeah, I know that's fair. We don't have to pay 1 mana to kill him next turn. Is a fair point.
I mean, he could potentially draw a unicorn or something with lifelink on the ground, I guess, and that changes the math.
No, but
mean,
I do like the Thorn Elemental
what.
too as a preferred removal, right? Like if he's got a removal spell, Thorn Elemental's fine. We can. I mean, yeah, I'm okay with that. I don't think it really matters actually.
I don't think it matters one way or the other. Super a lot. Like,
It's annoying that I can't attack.
it is very annoying that you can't attack. Thorn Elemental's also a much better blocker in case he tries to do something silly like kill us.
Yep. I'll try to have some brain power at some point to read that stuff you linked me. I'll just bookmark it and get to it. It might not be today. Waking up at 4:30 doesn't tend to leave me a lot of brain power by the time I'm done my stream. So I would like to look at the difference in the land and stuff. Blessed Light the Kavu. Does that make any sense to you? He's got 2 of them, and he's going to go for an attack next turn. Is the only thing I can think of with that.
I guess, yeah. Okay. I mean, he's clearly going to try to kill us, right? So
No, yeah, that's the other thing that kind of reeks of. He wants us to block with the Thorn Elemental because he has no response to that. But no, if he has no response, why doesn't he just kill it? I don't understand that. In no world does that make sense unless he's got immediate other removal for the Thorn Elemental. Because the Kabu's going to be blocked.
He has to have other removal for the Thorn Elemental. It just doesn't make sense otherwise.
I don't understand that. Kicker Dude doesn't change anything. Like, he's still dead to the Thorn Elemental doing 7 damage to him.
I mean, maybe he's just trolling us because he knows he's dead.
Oh, he's taking Thorn Elemental. That's what it is.
Yeah, he wants to just try to kill us here.
Well, we're tapped out, so this is the best turn for him to do that. So but he has no cards in hand, so this is fairly easy blocking.
All we have to do is block everything but the Thorn Elemental and we live. So and we can easily do that.
Okay. So
put the 1/1 on the 3/1, the 3/2 on the 4/3, a 3/5 on the. Yeah, I mean that, and we can just put the other 2 on that guy. Yeah, I mean it doesn't matter as long as we just block everything we live, right? So,
yep. And he dies, so we don't give a fuck.
Okay. I mean, he could have bought some time there, like 1 more turn by removing the Thorn Elemental. I don't understand that.
Yeah, I just swing and he dies to it.
Yep.
Alright, well that deck is gonna go 5. Pretty nice.
5-1, yeah, pretty good.
Pretty pleased with that. When we drafted this deck, I was unsure about 5. It looked decent, honestly. The white removal was a pretty good addition. What does this creature do? Okay, looks pretty bad. All right, so let's take a look at the good stuff. Okay. Isolated Chapel. It's playable and constructed. First pick out of this is probably Fire Intervention, but you could talk me into the Ship's Mage.
If I was sitting in a real life table, I would take the Isolated Chapel because it's worth a few dollars.
Nope. That is the downside of M19 drafting. The dual lands aren't worth shit. I'd take your Goros here. I don't like Antiquities War and draft.
No, it's not playable. That pack is like, there's not really an option. Anyone who opens that's taking your Goros. Jesus, that's a lot of black.
I would take Settle the Score here with a nod to Vicious Offering.
I probably would take Settle the Score here too. Like exile removal, hard removal, no matter what it is just so good.
I might take Black Knight over Teshar. Teshar is really mediocre, and Black Knight's really good.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd probably just take the Teshar. Bringing back Windrakes from your graveyard's pretty good.
No, not right now, Kex. At some point, I would like to decide what I want to do about the double bots. If this was first pick, I'd take Slimefoot. Settle the Score is. I
don't know.
This card is really good.
Really good.
But Slimefoot is a win condition in some ways. If you can build a deck around him early, it's not too bad.
No, he definitely opens you up to just winning. In this pack, I would probably take Wild Onslaught.
Take Elves. Elves are Blink of an Eye for me. I don't really think a whole lot of this card. Yeah. All right.